She's my safe space.
What she said about the ego part, I think is like very real. We don't really know like how much our parents really care for us, you know. Like, you know, even the music I listen to. And my father just starts listening to it one day and like, oh, it's actually very nice.
Serious?
Yeah.
My parents don't watch this, right? My parents...
You mind?
Oh, hey, don't watch.
You want to share that story? What was that turning point?
Oh, hey, don't shy.
Today we're going to explore a new episode where if you're a parent, you're definitely going to be interested in this. But today is going to be a bit different because for parents watching this, right, I'm going to throw you guys the issue that perhaps parents face. And the question is, why are parents losing the youths of today? Like they're losing touch, they're not understanding, they feel so disconnected.
Obviously because you give your kid gadgets at such a young age lah. You know, every time I go on public transport, all the kids are on their phones.
You're also on your phone, right?
Yeah, I mean I am lah, but like, you know, my relationship with my mom and my dad is so good. Like every time I come home, I'll be like, hi mommy, hi daddy, how was your day? And then I'll tell them everything about my day and they listen. See, that's the thing. People, they'll be like, wow, my parents every time also scold me. And yeah, they don't bother trying to fix the relationship with their parents.
Okay, so if you could narrow it down to one thing, right? Because you say your parents are there for you, they actually listen. Is it their presence, being present for you?
Yeah, of course. It's like, you know that they're there whenever you need them. You know, whenever I'm down, I actually always go to my mom and I'll cry. It's like she's my safe space. And I feel that parents and the child, right, they should have this safe space as well in order for like the child to feel secure.
So how does your mom actually like create that safe space for you? Because this is something that perhaps most mothers or fathers, they want to achieve, but they struggle with. It's like, I want to be safe for my child, but I struggle with that. They don't connect with me, they don't open up to me, which you do with your mom. You can even be vulnerable towards your mom. How do you think your mom has done it right for you to create that safe space?
Honestly, I don't really think it's more of my mom. I think it's more of me. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they don't want to confide in their parents because of their ego.
What she said about the ego part, I think is like very real. Yeah, very real, and like we don't really know like how much our parents really care for us, you know. My parents, they're trying their very best to connect with me. Like, you know, even the music I listen to, all the new people. Then my father just starts listening to it one day and like, oh, it's actually very nice.
Serious?
Yeah.
That is like, try their best to get close to that child.
Okay, let's hear on this side because so far it's good, but like what about this side? What do you think? The statement is like, why are parents losing the youths of today? So far it's been like, hey, maybe it's ego, but what do you guys think?
I did start off not having a good relationship with my mom. Okay, I wouldn't say we were like fighting or anything, but I always had the issue of saying yes and no to every single question or just nodding my head. But I think that changed in secondary school not because I didn't have any friends, but because I wanted to share more. And also she kept asking, and she always wanted to care, and she never gave up about like pushing me to answer her questions and talking to her, because I think she knew that without that parent-child relationship, not only lonely for me but also lonely for her because only child, right? And she is a stay-home mother also, so with that relationship it's also easier for us to bond and to talk. So why are people losing touch with their child? I think it's also lack of effort. I think not really to blame parents also, because no one teaches you to be parents, right? But I do know of friends' parents. Like only recently I found out that there are parents who don't really care. Not saying they don't like want their child to be the best version of themselves or anything, or they don't care about their kids, but like they're not pushing their children to find out more or explore more things, or even wanting to create that relationship. It's a very I do my own things, then they do their own things kind of thing. But if you really want that parent-child relationship, it's about effort also.
But it's like, there are some parents out there where they try. In like, your kid comes home, the parents' kid come home, then they ask like, how was your day, what did you do today? And then the kid will just be like, hey, don't talk to me lah. I want to go into my room, I want to play games.
Honestly, I think that was me, but it's also about timing also. Yeah.
But do you guys know about the 5 languages of love?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think this is also like what you rightly pointed out, is sometimes it's the timing in which you engage with your parent or child. Because if it's the wrong timing, and you know how typically when we get back our results, then parents will like be emotional, whether in a good way or negative way. And the first thing instinctively they will say is like, wow, why you do so badly? I spend so much on your tuition and all that. And they feel frustrated, but you feel sad also with your results, right? And then all that emotions pile up, and it's just a negative environment. But like what Regina said, sometimes it's like the right timing to engage in a conversation. Lukas, what do you think though? Like parents-child relationship, good, bad, like why so?
Hey, my parents don't watch this, right?
You mind?
Oh, hey, don't watch. Why parents lose touch? For me, right, let's say my dad first. For my dad, right, he don't beat me. I go. It's like my dad is more of like, I think it's just his style. Maybe that's the issue. It's not really an issue, but like it's his style of parenting. Like he won't really talk one. Like he'll provide and he'll just not talk. So like it's like, I come home, then he'll be like, no, I'll be okay, I'll watch TV, whatever. And like I think it's just like, long story short, build up, right? Then like I just got used to not talking to my dad like at all. It's like style of parenting, and I think priorities also. Cause my dad provides a lot, right? So like he'll work a lot, and then like I'll barely see him. Then when he come back to work, he also shag. I also very shag. Then we both just watch TV. And I think the relationship very silent, but like for my mom, was very different. It's like a bit like Regina, like put in so much effort to like talk to me about other things except for like my results. Then I think because parents also sometimes can be quite focused on grades, right? That like the kid will legit resent you one. For me, like my dad used to, my Chinese, right, wow, 0 one, like legit 0 eh.
现在可以讲华语吗？
可以。Like, cause my dad only speaks Chinese. Like, his Chinese is damn strong, so he would teach me. And like, because of how like, he was just very focused on the result. Like he'll do anything. He'll buy all the textbooks. Even I say I don't want to do, right, he'll force me. Then I'll do a lot of things. I think it's just like he's too focused on the results, and instead of like how I really felt about it. Because of that, right, I will hide all my Chinese textbook. I'll throw away. I'll purposely fail the test. I think all this thing build up to really just make me hate him. Like I don't want to do this kind of him. Then like I throw my Chinese away. Then like I think this kind of things, like parents' focus, style, and priorities can affect like how distant you are with your kid. But just saying, now improving already, guys. Like,
Yeah, I actually want you to share, like recently you were sharing about your relationship with your dad and all that, but I think what you brought up is really important because sometimes parents, have you guys ever thought of this perspective that they have certain expectations of us because maybe they know how it's like. And I know as teenagers, we always find it very annoying. It's like, you always tell us about future, but this is my life. But because they've been through certain stages of hardship, they want to set you up for a better future. So sometimes, maybe, perhaps unfairly, they put their expectations on you and they want you to do better. But at the same time, like what Regina said, it could be their first time parenting and you're the first child. So they don't have this handbook of like, this is how I should parent my son. And they just like, hey, this was how I grew up. This is how I hope you can do better. So sometimes in the process of setting expectations on you, it's like, it's not your style, or it's not your love language, or it's not the way you want to be raised or you want to live. And have you ever had that communication with your dad in terms of like?
It takes time to see or appreciate. Then like, I think very important, right, to not distance yourself from your kid is don't try to make them like live your life. Like some parents will force their kid to do the things that the parents wanted to do, but they couldn't. Which I can understand. Like maybe, how my dad, right? He dropped out from P6, then he go do some business. Now he owns his own company. Like quite. Like I understand. Maybe that's where the expectations come from. But they need to see more from like personal feelings than results. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, when you were sharing how your dad has started to talk to you and all that, and I guess I'll ask the rest of you as well, like what was that turning point? I know your turning point because it's always been a challenging relationship with your dad, and then I think it was Father's Day or his birthday, you decided to do something, and because you made the effort, you want to share that story? What was that turning point?
Don't shy lah. I don't know, sia. Came back from church camp, then I done shared in the car with my friend. Then I thinking, this day Father's Day, sia. I remember the only time I ever give my dad a Father's Day gift, besides, hey, 今天 Papa Day. Yeah, Happy Father's Day. I very young, got give him this one card. Then I think he still have it. So I thought like, what? Yeah, damn shit kids, I damn shit kid eh. Wow, how many years I give him? Then I asked my friend, then Pai say, hey bro, you think I should have my Father's Day card? He's like, you don't want I was like, no, obviously I do. Then I'm like, okay, whatever. Then like, how my Chinese very bad, right? So I go Google Translate. I type in English, then I copy down the Chinese word. Then like, actually right, I found out in the end right, got one word I write wrongly. Then my father tell my mother, what is he saying? Like it makes no sense. But my dad understood from that point, like, wow, like he trying then like he told my mom. Then my mom told me. And I was like, wow, my dad said that. Wow, that's crazy. Like, I didn't think it was possible. So like, it's just very hard to see sometimes like this kind of thing. You need to paiseh ask them one. Like you need to force yourself, about like this kind of thing. You need to ask them one. Cause I never did when I was younger. Cause I keep then I don't know, then I don't care. But now older, then like understand like, wow, okay, I need to talk to them already. So like after I giving the card and like everything, then my mom see also very happy. Then like things start to get better from there.
Yeah, sometimes when you're younger, right? Yeah, we just go through shit and then we realize as we're older that, hey, actually, we understand our parents' point of view. But what about you guys? What was your turning point for better or worse in your relationship with your parents?
Actually, I was thinking about it, right? I think the turning point was secondary school. Because, like, it was in secondary school that I started having the phase of wanting to hang out with my friends. And for that to happen, I realized that I needed to, not the validation, but my mom needed to understand who I was hanging out with. And I don't know if it's because it's a me thing, but when I bring friends over to my place, I feel like they need to know who they are because it's their house, right? So I think that's how I started getting closer to my mom and sharing more about my life with my parents also, because I started telling them about like how I met people, their backgrounds, and how I became friends with them. And then it became a natural thing, and then from there I started telling them more about my day, and who I hang out with and what happened throughout the day, which then brought us closer also.
Can I ask you though, and the rest of you, right? Because most parents, they struggle in this transition phase from primary school to secondary school, where the child becomes more reserved. You want to share less rather than share more. But for you, it's the opposite. When you went into primary school, you didn't really want to share much, yes, no, to like sharing more in secondary school. So what can like parents, or what did your mom do right, to make you like open up to share more?
I think because I went out, I don't know the actual incident, but I feel like it's because I went out after school with someone and then I came back home and she was like, oh, who you hang out with? And I felt bad. Like, I didn't want her to think that I was not safe or hang out with the wrong people. And because she also just stays at home and does her own thing, right? So I felt, to me, I should be sharing my life with her also. And it was in secondary school that I started wondering what I wanted to do after, right? Yeah.
So I think it's like what Lukas and Regina shared. You really played your part as well. Your parents were consistently finding ways or doing things to show their love for you, and then you also met them halfway through your own ways, right? What about for Leonard and Shannon? Like, what do you think parents should do right? In terms of, I know you have great relationship with your parents, but like, what do you think parents, knowing your friends' situations with your parents and all that, like, is missing, and perhaps parents should really consider or start to do to mend that relationship or make it even better?
Honestly, I don't think I'm the person you should ask. I think the person you should ask is Lukas.
But I think you know, for example, for friends as well, right? Sometimes your friends might share difficult relationship with your parents and all that.
I feel that majority of the issues come from the child. I don't think, there's definitely problems that come from the parents, like overwhelming pressure that they put on the child, or like the expectations are just too high. But then again, there are always people out there who can handle this. You know what I mean? It's like, I put me for example. My mom was a straight A student. She go RGS, she go VJC, she go NUS. Obviously, she expects me to do the same route, right? But I came from a neighborhood school. I go to poly, and I probably won't even go uni. But we'll see about that lah. She always has expectations on me. But because I'm someone who is very mentally strong, I don't really take her comments to heart. That's why I feel like my relationship with her is so good, because she always bashes me down. Like, call me fat, call me ugly or whatever. But I really don't care because I know that she still loves me. If not, she have me for what? Right? I really feel like because of my personality, my bochap personality, is the reason why I'm so close to my mom. If it wasn't for this, if I was so sensitive and like I was put down by everything that she told me, I feel like I would be very distant from my mom.
Teenagers, like they feel uncomfortable like sharing their personal life because they're scared later their parents say something about it, you know. And like, or like a simple I love you, you know. I can't even do it. I don't know why I can't do it. Yeah.
Right lah.
Yeah,
no, I also cannot.
So I think what the child can do, not the parent, is the child has to like get out of the comfort comfort zone. Just say it for once. Then every time you say it, then it will just be comfortable.
Natural.
Yeah, become natural.
It's like it just becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So teenagehood is a phase that we all go through, and even for parents, I mean, like once upon a time you were a child, and you know everything that you guys shared, right? I was just reflecting on my own relationship with my parents because, like Lucas, for you shared like you had a very quiet relationship with your dad. Same for me. And then when I grew up, I realized like, hey, my dad worked really hard. He comes home, he's exhausted, and that's the reason why we don't talk as much. And then we do a lot more now as I'm an adult. And then with my mom, she had high expectations. I never understood her point of view, but now I actually understand that her tough love comes from a place of love. So sometimes it's really the time, the space, the communication, and it really takes two hands to clap. So if you're a child, if you're a parent, really sometimes you gotta clap, meet in the middle for things to get better. So this brings us to the end of this episode. Hopefully the insights that they share will really like make things better, and we'll go on to the next episode for some other tea or some other things from the Gen Zs themselves. See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.